All right, today is 1 week in this journey. It's funny, within this 1 week, I've already felt like I've accomplished a lot. It's within this week of doing this, I decided to make this more of a formal thing and make this more of a journey. So while doing this, I decided to create a blog and also create an Instagram account. And I've kind of just decided to make this more official. And I incorporated these 7 habits. So I decided to call this journey the 7 daily habits. I think it's a decent, fun, catchy name. So pretty much just incorporate these 7 habits every single day for the goals for 30 days, but again, really for a year. I'll pretty much just sum up how my week has been, what are some things I've thought of, some things I want to change and whatnot. So I guess let's start. The main thing that I think I'm going to modify is my diet. I think Whole30, the idea of Whole30 is exactly what I want to do, is an elimination diet. But I think Whole30 is more probably for a broader audience. When I found this other diet that I've tried before in the past, but it's not a little, it's very restrictive. It's the AIP diet, the Autoimmune Protocol diet, which is pretty much just another form of elimination diet where they just get rid of even more things. Because it seems to be there's probably a certain things that I'm allergic to or sensitive to. This week I'm just going to cut out eggs that I've been eating every single day. The rest of my diet probably will stay the same. I know they cut out nuts in the AIP diet. I don't think nuts are that big of a deal for me. I think the other main thing is kind of just eat the recommended amounts of stuff. Like, I don't want to make my whole diet just nuts. Clearly, that probably will upset me. But I think having these single servings and whatnot of nuts, I don't think that's going to hurt. Maybe, again, next week, after I get rid of eggs and I still don't feel the same, I think I'll get rid of nuts next. It's kind of, this is an experiment, it's a journey. This is what I've learned. So, besides that, the rest of this has been great, I would say. I feel like I've had more energy. I feel like every other one of the habits have been pretty good. I guess the other one that hasn't been as good as I want it to be has been work on my side project. It's just, I don't really know the exact reason. One of the things, I have a new computer coming in on Wednesday, so my current computer kind of can't handle the programs I need to run, so that could be it, but I'm also just procrastinating. But I have done work every single day on it, and I've had progress some, but I think I could be progressing at a faster rate. But I'm not going to beat myself up over this, especially because I've came up with the idea of the whole 7 daily habits, and I think that's a great idea. I've kind of started that journey with the blog. I haven't started the blog, but kind of just figure out the plan of what I want to do with this journey. So it has been a very productive week, and it's something that I don't really, I mean, maybe it is very more connected. I don't really know, but it seems like me incorporating these habits is kind of how I've gotten my brain thinking with all this new energy. I feel like during this week, my brain's been thinking differently and it's been more clearer. I definitely haven't had as much brain fog as I think I've had in the past. I think the biggest one of the 7 this week that I've not enjoyed, but I think the most beneficial this week has been the meditation. I feel like the meditation it gives me a different outlook than I've previously had. You get to see things from a different perspective. The thing I keep on thinking about this is just 1 week in. It's kind of going to be crazy how different it is in 1 month. And it's something I definitely look forward to. I feel like I've already progressed a lot in this 1 week, and I have no plans on stopping. There hasn't really been a point where I'm like, this is way too much, this is a nightmare. I have a great routine going so far. Again, I have much more free time because of this quarantine, but I don't think it'll be an issue when I start my real life again, because I've developed the habits, not yet, but I have the habits in my mind, and then I know I kind of have a routine for the habits, and I think whatever routine you develop is something that can be very helpful. One of the big things I kind of start to do is I combine the meditation first into the reading. And I like to do this before I start my day, and it's something I do before I start my day, but sometimes you can't always wake up at 8:30 and whatever time you wake up. I've been waking up at 8:30, but I can't wake up at 8:30 every single day and meditate every single day when I wake up, read every single. That's kind of just, it's not how I operate, but I can do it 4 or 5 times a week, which is very good. And then the other times I just do it at a different time. I do it at lunch. I do it just a different time throughout the day. But what I do is I meditate for the first 15 minutes. I meditate. I've been using HEADSPACE where I have a Google Home. I just say, I won't say it now because it'll start due, but I just say launch HEADSPACE and begin today's daily meditation. So I do that every single day. And then after I meditate, I just read for 30 minutes. Again, I set an alarm for 30 minutes. And most of the time I'll read for the 30 and then I'll just keep reading. A lot of times I'll finish the chapter. If I'm hooked, I'll read another chapter. There hasn't been a time where it was early, I'm like, okay, let me put the book down. It's more just setting a time limit for, okay, I'm going to read for 30 minutes and then just start reading. That's something that I can do every single day. It's not hard for me, and it's only 45 minutes. So that's pretty much half of the habits I think that are difficult. And the other half are, all of them could be difficult to each person. I think they'll all have their difficulties and they all have traits that aren't as difficult. But I would say those 2 habits and then the other 2 habits they're more just time constraints. It's more you have to sit down and do them in one time. It's those 2, and then exercise and doing your side hustle or hobby work. Those 4 habits are the only 4 that really you need to sit down and do at a certain time. The rest of them are stuff that happens continuously through the day. Like you eat throughout the day, you're going to drink a certain amount through the day. So these are the only 4 that you really need to sit down and schedule time for. So I do those meditation, read in the morning, and then I'll do exercise and working on my side hustle at night. Again, this is just something that's been working for me this week, but you can do this however you want. That's the whole point of it. It's really just getting these 7 habits in every single day whenever you want. Yeah, I would say the week it's been great as a whole. I remember Friday I took a shower. I've been taking cold showers, so it's really what I do is I take a hot shower, a normal shower, and then once I wash up and I'm pretty much done, I'll turn it to cold water. I'll stay in the cold water for a minute, 2 minutes. I think this has great benefits. Friday, so I remember after I got out of the shower, I felt great. And I just took a minute to myself and was like, wow, I haven't felt this good in forever. I just remember having a legit, genuine smile on my face. I remember just walking around feeling so good. I went and played video games with my friend. I remember when I put on the headset, I was so excited about everything. I was it was just it felt like pure happiness. I feel like there's moments where it was kind of hard to get rid of the smile that I had on my face, which was a great moment to have. From literally, wasn't like I was doing anything different. All I was doing was just incorporating these habits into my life. It wasn't at that moment when I got out of the shower was different than any other shower that I've taken before. But for some reason, I just got out. I was I haven't. It was literally a moment of pure happiness. I think the main takeaways from this week are getting rid of eggs from my diet for the week. Making more time for my side hustle is another thing that I want to do this week. I really only want to do 30 minutes an hour, but there's some days where I should really just sit down and do several hours of work. The one good thing about all these habits is I feel like my brain is working at a better capacity. I feel like I'm smarter wouldn't be the word, clearer might be the word, and I feel like I have more ideas than I previously have, and then the ideas I'm working on, I feel like I can come up with new ideas from that. During this week I came up with a whole 7 daily habits idea. This isn't something that I feel like you just think about when you're just randomly sitting down doing nothing. I think because I incorporated these habits, I've changed my mindset on things, and I think my brain is starting to slowly work differently. I think it's not as clouded. I don't know, again, it'll be interesting to see which habit is doing what. I think maybe what I'm eating. That could have been the biggest one for my brain. It just makes sense because it's energy, but who knows? It doesn't really matter. All that matters is from incorporating these 7 daily habits, I've came up with the whole idea of making this a thing, making it a blog, making it a YouTube channel, making it an Instagram. This is all something that a week ago I just thought of talking to the camera like this, but in the week that I've done this, I've decided to make it more of a full thing. And I really do think using these 7 habits has made me be more productive on pursuing this. And it will be very interesting to see me in a week from now. It's kind of exciting.